Welcome back. Let's go back a couple weeks. October 25th, Friday night, opening round of the Section 1 Class A tournament. A miracle happened here at Ossining High School, right in this very spot. One of the top moments of the year in the Hudson Valley for football. Justin Davidoff and Ossining trailing John Jay Cross River in the quarterfinals. And a 42-yard touchdown pass with 1 second left is caught right here by Shea Hillbrook for a 62-59 Ossining victory. An unforgettable moment, an unforgettable night for the Ossining Pride. Let's take a look back at some of the top moments of the entire season, and you have a good idea what number one's going to be.
Number 10, Stepinac finally beats Iona Prep. Playoff wins are great, but a playoff win over an arch rival is just so much sweeter.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7.
After an ugly regular season loss to the Gales, Stepinac came back from a 7-0 deficit in the third quarter. Brandon Coleman ran in a 4-yard touchdown and then converted a 2-point conversion pass to Jerry Thompson before a late safety sealed a 10-7 victory. Only the second for the Crusaders over Iona since 2003.
It definitely means a great deal to me because, a lot of people don't think we can get the big game, and now in the biggest game in 20 years at this school, and we got it today.
Number 9, Tappan Zee drama. There might not have been a bigger surprise this season in Section 1 than Tappan Zee. The Dutchmen went 7-2, reaching the Class A semifinals thanks in part to some of the most dramatic wins of the season. The Dutchmen beat East Chester 28-27 on opening night, outlasted Yorktown 34-33 in overtime, and had a late comeback for a 14-13 win over Pearl River. Add in a stunning 50-14 win over Sleepy Hollow in the playoffs, and this was one of the most memorable seasons in the history of TZ football. Number 8, Woodlands Rhineck Part 1. The build-up for the Woodlands Rhineck regular season meeting in Week 6 was strong, and the game was even better. Rhineck fell behind big early as Tyrone Barber ran for 3 first-half touchdowns, but the Black Hats took control in the fourth quarter behind 2 touchdown runs from Pedro Cueto. But that's when things only got interesting. Woodlands scored twice in the final 90 seconds, recovering an onside kick in between to force overtime at 34-all. In OT, Barber ran for a touchdown on just his second play, but Rhineck tied it on a jumping touchdown catch by Ryan Morningstar. Then, after the teams went for 2 on the first 11 touchdowns of the game, Jacob Calvini kicked the lone extra point for a wild 41-40 win. Number 7. North Rockland beats New Rowe in OT. North Rockland and New Rochelle have combined to win every Section 1 Class AA championship since 1998. Their rivalry renewed in the first round of the playoffs in what turned out to be a defensive struggle. The Huguenots were down 7-0 in the fourth quarter before Jonathan Forrest broke an 18-yard touchdown run to tie it and force overtime. New Rochelle got the ball first and was held to a field goal before the Red Raiders ended it. Mike Imperato threw a perfect lob to Samuel Pierre-Louise for the winning score, ending New Rowe's reign as state champs.
Finally, for once, actually be able to beat them, just made my season.
Number 6, Livingston's big night for Sleepy Hollow. Rye quarterback Andrew Livingston climbed the list of the all-time touchdown leaders in Section 1 history this season, and Week 6 for Sleepy was a big reason why. The junior had a career night, passing for 6 touchdowns and 282 yards on 8 of 15 completions in the 43-18 victory. Livingston passed for 25 touchdowns this season, the third most ever in a year in Section 1 history. Number 5, Devin Lopez spices up the Sleepy-Ossining rivalry. The Sleepy Hollow quarterback wrote his own legacy in the Ossining-Sleepy Hollow rivalry, fighting through a dislocated shoulder to post a career afternoon. Lopez completed 19 of 25 passes for 334 yards and 4 touchdowns, and also ran for 169 yards and 2 scores on 26 attempts. Sleepy Hollow beat Ossining 41-32. Number 4, the impact of Andrew Moshe's right leg.
My coaches practice every day with me. We got them in period 20-25 minutes each kick, and I think that's really how I practice hit these and hope to come out big in these situations.
It's not often a kicker makes the impact that Andrew Moshe did this season for John Jay Fishkill. Already a standout two-way lineman, Moshe was the difference maker with his leg, connecting on 9 field goals in 8 games. Moshe kicked 3 game-winning field goals, 2 that were over 40 yards with under a minute to play, and another was in overtime to beat North Rockland in the season opener. Moshe was a major weapon this season for the Patriots. Number 3, Newburgh Monroe Part 2. Championship games rarely live up to the hype, but Monroe Woodbury and Newburgh Free Academy certainly did. After Monroe cruised to a victory in the regular season, they found themselves in a 30-21 hole in the fourth quarter of the Section 9 Class AA final. Kevin Carr, though, refused to let the Crusaders lose. The senior quarterback piloted 2 scoring drives, the first capped by a Cole Jeanette touchdown. Carr then accounted for 80 yards on the game-winning drive, setting up a 29-yard field goal with 1:22 left by Matt Hall, lifting Monroe to a 31-30 win and its first sectional title in 3 seasons.
We were just tired of it. We said the title drive had to end today.
Number 2, the White Plains comebacks. A much longer championship drought ended in Section 1, with White Plains capturing the Class AA crown. The year, though, was highlighted by shocking back-to-back victories. The Tigers trailed Mahopac 21-0 at the half in Week 3 before rallying for a last-minute win. Then the following week, White Plains was down 16 points in the third quarter to catch them, and again stormed back. Cameron Crabb ran for a touchdown with 22 seconds left, and then threw the go-ahead two-point conversion to Lucas Rapetti for a 38-37 road win. In those 2 weeks, a champion was born.
Because we all believe, we never take ourselves out of the game, and we all just try hard every single play.
And number 1, the David Off miracle. It's David Off to Holbrook.
Davidoff throwing it deep. He's got him in! Got it! Oh my God! The greatest game ever in Ossining High School football history.
A miracle finish. Ossining wins 62-59 after losing the lead with 35 seconds left in a game where the teams combined for 1,166 total yards.
What a play to wrap up the season here for the Hudson Valley football. That's going to do it for our show. I'm Kevin Devaney Jr. I want to thank our producer, Chris Karen. I want to thank Mike White and Cameron Crabb for coming on the show. Player of the Year, go online, MSGVarsity.com, find all of our coverage for the season, as well as our all-star teams, first and second teams for Section 1 and Section 9, and I want to thank you. What an unbelievable season. We'll see you next year. One last look at some of the best moments of the year on MSG Varsity.
Somers goes back-to-back champs in 2012 and now 2013.
The Rhinebeck Black Hats celebrating their first ever Section 1 Class C title.
Crab back to the air, Rapetti over the middle. Lucas Rapetti galloping down inside the 10. Rapetti to the corner.
They're going to go for it. Rotolo staying on his feet, has running room to the sideline.
Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.